Okay, so up next we're looking at Star Wars. Now again, the Star Wars stuff is going to be split into two different tables because I do have a big quantity of Star Wars sets. But the first one is this one right here, the ATST Raider set 75254. Now this is quite an infamous set for the wrong reasons. Now, wrong reason being that lady right there. Now, I actually had high hopes for this set. It was the first Mandalorian sets to retire, and that got me quite excited. ATST Raiders generally do quite good as well. I actually like the red leg design, and for early signs were promising. It was, reaching 60, 65 pounds. It has a retail of 50. But then, of course, Cara Dune, the actress who plays her, made some comments. She got fired. And then everyone went into crazy mode thinking that this set was going to be the next big thing. It meant Lego churned out maximum quantity. Everyone bought it. And as a result, it's still sitting at about £40 on the aftermarket, £10 under its recommended retail. Fortunately, I've only got, I think it was like 8 or 9 now. So I did have high hopes for it, but sadly, the whole Cara Dune saga killed its potential. It might just come to a point this year. I might just sell them for £40. I paid near enough around 40, so it might be a get the money back, reinvest it in something more worthwhile next year. But anyway, up next, we've got the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle, set number 75314. Now, this is a set I do like. I do have a good quantity at, say, a time of filming, and I will be buying some more of these in the next couple of months, assuming the deals are good and they stay in stock. I really like it because of the figure selection, but also just because it's a pretty cool looking design shuttle, and we've got the Bad Batch sequel series coming out next year. Now, it was meant to come out this year, but it's now coming out next year. So assuming that these figures don't come out in new sets alongside the new series, or if they don't basically do Mark II of the ship, I can see a nice spike of interest in this set as soon as January. And I think it will be quite cool. It will be quite good. Now, its retail was $89.99. And my selection here, I got them all at 60 or less. So I'm pretty pleased with that. I bought them at a range of different places. Majority being Argos when they were referred off. And then, the whole gift card trick to get them cheaper. Okay, so moving on, we've got this one, the Imperial Armoured Marauder, set number 75311. Now, this one has a recommended retail in the UK of $34.99. Now, I don't actually, I have a good quantity of them, as you can see, but I actually don't like this set. I did a video on this set specifically, and my comments in that video were regarding the dull grey nature of the build, and I do still stick by those comments. I do think it's not very inspiring, but the reason I bought this was about the price paid. I bought a discount for the set. Now, all of these I managed to get at different retailers, but I got them for under 23 or less. And with a retail 35, I'm thinking as soon as this thing hits 40, I'll be selling these babies and basically making a 75% return on investment. I think 40 is a reasonable target this set will achieve quite easily. So for 23 or less, it was a set I was willing to pay that price for. And then moving on again, now we've got the Dual Mandalore set number 75310. I also have done a video on this one in the past. I think it was the first Star Wars set that changed to sold out this year. Again, you can see I've got quite a good quantity here. Now, this one has a retail of £17.99 in the UK. I love sets priced at that. I love sets priced at that price point because they always have at least a third off at some point in their life, and if you're lucky, about 40% off, getting down to £9.99. All of these I paid for that price. I either paid £12 or less. And, it comes with two pretty cool figures. It comes with Ahsoka, of course, and Darth Maul. We all know Ahsoka's having a live-action TV series debut next year. And, obviously she appeared in The Mandalorian, but her own, named series. So hopefully there'll be a spike of interest in her character there. Now, of course, I'm going to take a bet there's definitely going to be a Ahsoka TV set, similar to there was Obi-Wan Kenobi set, similar to there was you know, the Book of Boba Fett sets. But the thing is, will there be a set cheaper than this price to get these figures? I don't think there will be. Okay, and the last set in this first table is the Armourer's Mandalorian Forge. Now this one is obviously probably in every LEGO investor's basement, attic, storage locker, etc. And in my opinion, for good reason. It comes with 3 great minifigures. It has a retail of $24.99, which is lovely and low. It leaves lots of room to grow. And in the UK, it was an exclusive to Smith's Toys, but you could also get it at Shop Disney as well, obviously, because they own the rights to Star Wars. Now, just looking at my catalogue today, I've got, I think, that just about under 10. Obviously, this set is more difficult to get on discount in the UK because Smith's Toys are quite stingy. I don't think they've ever discounted it. Now, I might be wrong. They might have discounted it when it was first released, but definitely not in the last year. Now, I managed to pick these up. I think the majority, I definitely got 5 from the May the 4th day this year with a few of the VIP keyrings, and I also got the remaining ones from Shop Disney when there was a 15% off code. Now, obviously, if these come under that retail price again, I will definitely look to buy more of these because I do think it's going to be a sure winner, and it is sold out on LEGO Shop at Home's website in the UK. But will Smith's Toys discount them? I don't think they will. Will Shop Disney get a restock? Time will tell. Even if they do, annoyingly, Shop Disney had them priced at $27.99. So, you know, but yeah, so that's the first table of Star Wars. Okay, and here's the second table of Star Wars sets that I own. Varying quantities of each one. And the first one we'll talk about is the Darth Vader Meditation Chamber, set number 75296. Now, I own 10 of these. I am a big fan of this set. You can kind of class it as the first official diorama that LEGO released. Now, they've obviously done a few more, such as the Death Star Tunnel Run and the Trash Compactor. Now, this one has a retail of 60 in the UK. I managed to get these for about 45 because they were exclusive to Argos. They had 20% off, and then I used the normal gift cards to get them a bit cheaper. Now, I do really like this set, and the early signs for it performing well are good, because when it was sold out of Argos and LEGO Shop at Home in the UK, this did appreciate to about 70, 80 quite quickly. Obviously, that price came down once Argos was restocked because people could repurchase it at its RRP. But the signs are good, and I think this is definitely going to be a winner. I only haven't invested in more than the 10 I own, is because if you're not from the UK, basically, Argos is where it's exclusive to, and when you buy there, it's really 50-50 whether your box is going to be good or it's going to be completely battered. So sometimes you think you're getting a good deal, but all you're really doing is buying effort for a damaged set, which you then have to exchange. So essentially, while I do believe it's a really good set, and if it was at a different retailer, I would own more, but because it's Argos, I've just kept down to the 10. Now, the next set we've got here is the Scout Trooper. Now, I own, I think, only 5 Scout Troopers in total. I thought I had a few more than that, but only 5. Now, it's set number 75305. Now, I do like the Scout Trooper. I did do a video documenting the reasons why. The main one is its retail is lower than the other helmets. It's got a retail of 45. And its brother, you could say, to the right there, the Dark Trooper, is one of the newer helmets. And now their retail going forward, at least at this present moment in time, is $59.99. Now, I say that the price I paid for the Scout Trooper was about 30 on average for the 5 I've got there, and for that price I paid, I was quite pleased, because I don't think it will take too much for it to get up to a similar price to the recommended retail of the other helmets, such as 55, 60, and if it does, you know, I'm happy to make £20-25, which would be about a 75% return on investment. So if it hits that this Christmas, those will be gone. Now, the Dark Trooper is an interesting one because it's set number 75343. It's not retiring this year, and kind of my number one advice on my channel is never invest in sets that aren't retiring in the calendar year that you are purchasing them, because basically it's kind of dead money. You're just waiting a longer time than you should do for your investments to appreciate in value. For this specific set, actually, though, I had to get these. Well, I didn't have to, but it was too good a deal to pass, in my own opinion. They were on Shop Disney at their lower price, because they were originally $54.99. They're now up to $59.99, but they were $54.99, and they were like 30% off for some reason one random morning about a few months ago. And at the time, there was a 15% off code I had as well. So I did use the code, and I got these for about 30 to 33. I can't remember the exact amount. They had a limit of 5, and I bought the 5, and they sent them out in a nice shipping box. So while I have to sit on that particular set a bit longer, in the UK it is an exclusive to Hamleys. So I anticipated it might be quite difficult to get a large quantity of that, and it was just too good a deal to pass up. Next set we've got is the Mandalorian Starfighter, set number 75316. Now, this is an interesting set because its retail used to be $49.99, and then it got increased to $59.99. Now, I actually think it's very overpriced for that price point. It is a cool set, don't get me wrong, and I do really like these minifigures as well that come within this set. But I would be much more happy to purchase a lot more if it had its retail at $39.99. If it was that £20 cheap, I'd be all over it, but it's not. And as a result, I've only got 4, and I got these 4 via buying from Lego Shop at Home directly using gift with purchase, you know, cashback, VIP points combinations. Now, I do anticipate this set will sell well next year. Obviously, we've got the Mandalorian series coming out, and the interest will be there. But will these figures come out in those new sets that will most likely come out alongside the new series? They may do. And, you know, if you're paying retail for this, you're really looking at selling it for, what, $125 on eBay with fees to make 100% ROI. Is it going to get that? I don't know. I think that might just be too much. But I do like the set, but the price point is wrong for me to invest. Now, next, we've got the Imperial Shuttle, set number 75302. Now, I do like this set. I actually think it comes with some nice minifigures. It has a retail in the UK of $69.99, and it is retiring this year. Now, I've only got 2 here, and I actually got these quite cheap. I got them from, I think, iwantoneofthose.com. Basically, they mucked up one of my orders and gave me a £50 voucher, and they were selling these for £60 each. So I basically got £50 off the £120 order, which basically I got these for £35 each. And for that price, you can't go wrong, in my opinion. Now, recently this week, Argos have reduced these to about 47, and if you're using Complete Savings cashback alongside gift cards, you could get these for about 40. And I have bought a few more. I just haven't yet picked them up. And I think even for that price of 40, these are, you know, it's a good price point. It's a substantial build. Historically, Imperial Shuttles have done well, so I do like it. And I have bought another 4, so I've got 6 of those in total. I might leave it at that unless a good Black Friday deal comes. And I think last Black Friday they might have been a third off directly from Argos to about 43. So, you know, I might buy some more next month. But moving on, because I'm talking a lot about Star Wars, we've got Boba Fett here, set number 75277. Now, I've only got 3 Boba Fett helmets, and the reason why is because, before I talk about that, these have a retail of $54.99 in the UK. But the reason why I've only got 3 is because these helmets, I believe, have now almost been out for 3 years. They came out initially out alongside the Stormtrooper and TIE Fighter, but they were given an extra year's shelf life because LEGO perceived they had increased popularity, probably due to the fact they were selling a stack load of them. And it's because of that I feel that this particular set is very over-hoarded. Now, don't get me wrong, Boba Fett is iconic, and, you know, Star Wars interest has been going strong for 40 years, and that will continue long into the future, but it just might take a long time for supplies of this particular helmet to be exhausted for, you know, good profits to be reached. But now, you know, I do like the set, but if it was retiring last year, I would have bought a few more, but there's been so many offers this year with it being a third off. I feel like everyone's got this set now for at least about £40 or cheaper. So people are going to be pricing this competitively on eBay. You can take my word for that. And nearly the last set now, but we've got the Armored Assault Tank, set number 75283. I've just got one of these. It's a pretty cool set. It has a retail of $34.99 in the UK. I got this one for 26, and I do like this set, and I would buy more of them. It's just, it's hard to find it on discount. It was sold out on Lego, and it was pretty much sold out everywhere. There has been a big restock, and you can't get it now at a lot of retailers. Now, if this set comes down to 26, 23, I'll definitely be buying more. But while it's not, well, it hasn't yet, so I've just left it at 1. And lastly, I've got these Razor Crest Mark Fighters, set number 75321. These are $8.99 retail. And to be honest, I don't recommend buying Mark Fighters as investments. I literally only bought these specific ones because I had to buy 10 to get approved to be ungated to sell on Amazon. So these were my ungate on Amazon buy that I did this year. And hopefully I'll get my money back for the price paid on those. Okay, up next it's Lego Super Mario, and as you can see, there is quite a lot here. But try and let me explain some of the decisions that led to me accruing this quantity. Now, the first set we've got here is Bowser's Airship, set number 71391. Now, this is the only Lego Mario set that I've invested in this year. It has a retail of £89.99. I got these free from Game in the UK for $39.99. For that price point, I was happy to pay it. I think, you know, that's 50-60% off. And out of all the Mario playsets, this one's actually quite a substantial build, and it's quite a nice display model. So I think it actually stands out from the other Mario from the other Mario sets. So I do like that one. And I do anticipate, hopefully it'll follow in the footsteps of this one, Bowser's Castle, which has performed quite nicely. So time will tell, but it is a ship, and, you know, it's good discount, so fingers crossed for that one. Bowser's Castle is set number 71369, and this one has a retail of $89.99 in the UK. Retired last year, and I bought these for about 55. I think they were third off, and with gift cards again, got it down to about 55. And to be honest, out of this whole table, this is probably the only success story, and it is currently selling on eBay. I think someone's gone up to about 120, so if it gets to that point at Christmas, I'll be happy to sell and take the profit of about £50, £60 on those. I have 4 of them, so reasonably happy with that. It'd be nice to have some more, but sometimes it's not nice to have some more, and that leads me to some of these sets. Now, this one here is King Boo and the Haunted Yacht, set number 71377. Now, this one had a retail of 45 in the UK, and it was exclusive to Game. I've got 7 here. I managed to get them for about £33 each. It wasn't an amazing discount, but happy to pay it. I think it was around that price. I remember Game had a discount, and I thought I'd opt for them at that price point. Now, firstly, these looked like they were doing okay. They were selling for about £60, I think, last Q4, which made me have high hopes for them performing really well this year, being exclusive and all. Unfortunately, Lego decided to release the whole Luigi's Mansion line with all the ghosts, all the Boo, and I think it kind of really diminished the value of this one. So currently it's back selling for about mid-30s. So at the moment, nothing ventured, nothing gained on that one. And now we go to this one. Now, this is set number 71367, Mario's House and Yoshi. Now, this one in the UK had a recommended retail of $24.99. Now, as you can see, I've got a triple stack layer of these. I don't really want to count how many they are. But essentially, they have a retail of $24.99, and I paid only £10 a piece. They were reduced in the UK to B&M for £10, and Amazon price matched. And at £10, I really thought it was going to be very promising because it comes with Mario's House. It was the only set that came with Yoshi, and, you know, things look good. Unfortunately, things quickly turned sour when I think out of all the first Wave 1 Mario sets, they all retired except this one, which was given another 6 months to a year, and it's still actually available to buy, I believe, this year. So that was the first thing that went wrong. And then secondly, Lego decided to put Yoshi in, basically re-release Yoshi again in new sets and new colours, so it kind of diminished the value of that one. Nevertheless, despite that, I only paid £10 each. If you look on eBay right now, they're selling for 15 to 18. So obviously they're selling under the retail, but I paid heavily under the retail as well. So if I did sell them this year, I'd probably make a £5 on each one. Hopefully they get to about 20. And if they do, I'll be happy to make a £10 on each one. But to be honest, it's quite a lot of work for, you know, I think that's like about 40 odd there to make a £10 on each one. So that is a mistake. I will most likely say that. And you could say the same for the rest of these. I won't go into too much detail, but you can see there's a range of sets here. There's the Bullet Bill one. There's one of this piranha plant slider one. Kind of the Fortress one. And the Wampus Lava Trouble. And a couple starter sets. I'll only tell you the prices I paid. I paid about 12 for this one on Amazon. 10 for these on Amazon. 22 for the Guarded Fortress on Amazon. I think also 22 for the starter sets and 9 for the Wumps at the back on John Lewis. Now, as I said, at the moment Super Mario isn't doing that well, which is a shame. I mean, next year we've got the Super Mario movie is coming out, so hopefully that'll do good things for the line, and hopefully popularity will spike next year. Obviously, we've had previous video game sets in the past, like obviously we've got Minecraft, which is currently ongoing, but you have had Angry Birds as well. Now, Angry Birds, it was always going to be a flop, and those sets never did appreciate in value. When I bought the Super Mario sets, I was thinking, will they follow the same footsteps as Angry Birds? But I do think they are complete different entities. I mean, Angry Birds is an app, whereas Super Mario's been going around for multiple decades now. So, fingers crossed the Super Mario movie does a nice price bump for these. But unfortunately, at this present moment in time, it looks like only Basil's Castle will make me some money. But you never know, hopefully next year that will change. Okay, so moving on, we're now on Lego Technic. Now, Technic's not really a theme I tend to invest in, and I've kind of continued that trend this year. I've only invested in 2 different sets for quite small quantities, as you can see. The first is just being the Ford Raptor in the very bold orange colour here. Can't actually see the set number on the box. Oh no, wait, there you go, 42126. Now, I paid about 80 for this from Zavvi a few months ago, or I can't remember, it might be half a year ago, but it's since been much cheaper. I think it was it half price on Argos in the UK? Someone remind me in the comments if it was. It's been discounted a hell of a lot during its lifespan. It's strange, some sets just do get discounted a lot. Overall, I quite like the vehicle, but the nature of how heavy it's been discounted now, it's kind of put me off really gaining too many quantities, you know, getting in a large quantity, I should say, of that particular set. And then I've also decided to invest in a modest amount of this Lego Technic Grave Digger, Monster Jam Max D. Now, this one is retiring this year. I've got 8 of them. They're going to be more monster trucks released next year, and the Grave Digger is staying on the shelves alongside some others. So I think the Megalodon is one, and there's another orange one. Now, I thought I'd just take, you know, I had a hunch to take a risk for these, just because they've got that element of collectability. I got these, I can't recall, it was like $12.50, I think, from Amazon. And as I said, they've got that element of collectability, with some staying on the shelves, with more monster trucks being released next year. So I thought I'd take a punt. Okay, and the final table is all the promotional and kind of holiday sets. So as you can see, there's quite a range here. Now, I normally actually sell these sets as soon as I get them, because you find with these promotional sets, it's generally a race to the bottom on eBay. That being that, as soon as they first come available as a promotion, the price starts off high, and then obviously the more people get them listed, and the price gets lower and lower. Now, this one here is, I think this is Santa's Front Yard. This was the promo that came out last Christmas with 170 threshold. It was recently available again via the same threshold, and that's how I've come into having one once more. Next, we've got some Santa sleighs. Now, this was a very popular set last year. I got these when they retailed for $34.99. I had quite a lot last year. I did a lot of good flipping on these sleighs. I've still got 2 left. The price is now up to $39.99. Unfortunately, even though these seasonal sets Lego are doing lately are great, like we've got this one, we've got the wreath, we've got the new Christmas tree. I mean, the wreath was available 2 years ago, and it's still available today. So it looks like these might be evergreen, with the evergreen strip, meaning they're never going to go away. But hey ho, great set nevertheless. Next, we've got the ice rink. I believe this one was originally free with 120 spend a year or 2 ago, and then it came available in the UK via a voucher code website. I think it was the Metro or the Telegraph, and I've still got a couple of those. We'll plan to sell them this year once we've hit Christmas again. Next, we've got these. I think they're the Han Solo and Carbonite, I think, or whatever the most recent promo was this year. It might be Mandalorian. It's the Beskar keyring, actually. It's the Beskar keyring. I got them with the May the 4th promo this year. Have yet to sell them. And then we've got the Forest Hideout, which obviously came up with the Lion King's Castle, and it came out a month before as well. Great little set that. Only got 1 left of those. And then we've got the Child Amusement Park. Nothing too exciting. I think this is still currently available with a voucher code in the UK if you spend over 80, but it sells for about £5, so it's not really that great. And then we've got Ray the Castaway, which is a cool set. I've got 4 of those still, with a few more on the way. Set number 40566. This one was available with a price threshold of 120. Seems to be selling now 20, closer to 15. Still pretty good discount, but obviously should have sold them faster. But I just can't get around to it. And then we've got the Creator Witch, set number 40562. These are the most recent promotions with over 100 spend, and you know, the time's now to sell these. A set, it's creative free one, they're never too great, and this one's already dropped to about 15, 20, including postage. And then we got 4 of the Adidas. Adidas shoe is set number 40486. This is Student Beans codes to get this one. And, you know, this set goes for about 20, 25, or at least it was before Student Beans released the code. Now they have, I'm sure there's going to be an excess hitting eBay, so its price will probably drop. So I don't know whether to stick or twist with these, as in whether to sell them now or hold on, because I have got a few more coming as well with some more Lego orders. I think it is quite a cool set. Obviously, it's got the Adidas branding, and it might remain popular, whereas these other ones are more, as I said, raised to the bottom. And then we've got the coffee cart and the kind of fairground ride, which were available this year. Oh, and also at the back there, I think this was available at the start of the year. I accidentally did stand on it, unfortunately, so I might just build that. It's the Cosmic Cardboard Adventures, which I think was a competition for fans to submit designs. And then lastly, we've got just a range of polybags. Now, I've just gained these over the years. I should say I've got quite a few VIP ones there as well. They're things to sell on eBay. I just don't haven't got around to it. I think they're better equipped to sell these maybe on the marketplace or at Lego stores. But so yeah, there you go. Now that's the complete walkthrough of my current inventory as of October 2022. Thanks for watching if you got this far, and I'll see you in the next video.